All right, hello. Let us make a new document because we're going to be doing something a little different today. Well, probably closer to what I did yesterday, but goal for today is three things, or at least if I remember it being three things. We're about to find out if it still is three things, if I can remember. But number one is we're going to be practicing some anatomy. So the first thing I want to do is some tracing practice. Trace. So the goal for the tracing is to understand shapes and break down the what's it called? Break down my the shape of the body. I'm going to be doing some simple ones. I probably won't spend too long on them. I'll do maybe like 4 or 5 or something like that. So we don't want to spend too long, but we want to do it so that way we can break down the body. So that way I get a better understanding of it. Number 2, we want to do some gesture drawing. We're going to do this in like 2 parts, which is some 2-minute ones and then some 5-minute ones. So the 2-minute ones are going to be focused on just getting the rough shape, where the 5-minute ones will be getting closer to like adding in extra details and stuff like that. What was our third one? No, it might have been just 2, but breaking up this into 2 parts, I think. I think that's right. So we got some tracing and some gesture. I'm probably, for the gesture one, I've got this thing on the other page. I think it was called line of action, which I'll be using for like the references. So I'll just let the program kind of show it off. I've chosen like covered models, so I should be okay to kind of have it on this screen here. So I could have like the gesture drawing here on the left side, and then my actual drawing on the right side, I think. Will probably be the way we go about it. Then for the tracing though, I do need to find some gestures myself. So I've kind of just searched up random gestures, and well, let's break some of them down. Let's start off with something simple. Oh, I like this one though. I'm gonna open all the ones that I can't. I'm gonna take like a couple minutes here to look for some simple ones. And then I'm gonna rewatch a video I took. A video I watched. Based on some of it. Based on like gesture drawing and whatnot. And tracing. Okay. I'll get, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get one more. I'm using photo images for these ones. And this one should be a simple. Alright. So I've got like 7 or so. We're gonna put this in a new layer, and this is just gonna be one big layer. And this is gonna just be called tracing. I'm probably gonna use a smaller brush size for this. Alright. And we might need to go with a darker brush, I'm not too sure. Let me see what the person I was watching did for it. And mute their video. I had another one as well. Ah, shoot, I'm gonna have to go to my history. Must have closed it by accident. So. Okay. So it's kind of like breaking it down into a lot of simple shapes is the goal. So we're gonna start off nice and simple. Most of these models I'm gonna be using are like half clothed, so that is a thing. So I got a simple male and simple female pose that I'll use first, and then I got more complicated ones afterwards. So I'm just kind of like changing them up based on level of difficulty, so that way we can go up the chain. Alright, so this one first. We want it that big? Probably, yeah. Alright, so we want to go quite large. Bring down the thing. Let's turn our brush from like a brownish color to a nice like a solid red, something that's very visible. A nice sketch over the top. Increase my density. Oh, I'm doing it on the same layer, that's why it's like that. We'll drop the density a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So this should give me a chance to practice some of this gesture stuff. So we're gonna like make a folder and call this one. How big do we want to do this? Because we kind of want to make sure to do a whole bunch of them. So maybe, now you know what? This should be big enough, right? Let's get the first two in. Okay, yeah. So see, some of them are small. So maybe we should do it a little bit smaller, somewhere in between the two. Something about that size. Okay. Okay, so these are going to be the first two that I practice. Let's put them, yeah. Okay. So there we go. So what we want to do is break it down. So maybe it'll be easier if I... No, doing them individually would be easier than trying to do the whole folder. So that way I can change the levels as I need to. Alright. Alright, here we go. So breaking it down, we want to like have some basic shapes, I think. So from here, it looks like I'm just looking at the two different videos I was kind of looking at earlier and seeing how they broke it down, the what's it called, the shapes for it. So yeah, so mainly cylinders and circles and squares. So keeping it simple, we've got like a sort of starting with the head, I guess. We got like a nice circle. I mean, I suck at drawing circles. Someone mentioned like using the entire elbow instead of my wrist. Yeah, that seems a little bit easier. I'm still gotta work on it. Like maybe I need to raise or change how my perspective, my thing a little bit. So we can start off with like a circular part here. Maybe I should have set myself a timer for these, because I don't want to spend too long on them. But a little bit of a circle. The line kind of comes down as a sort of for his jaw. Kind of like a sort of trapeze triangle. We'll go there and there. The ear is kind of like a... So you got your circle. You have a really not so straight circle, but whatever. For the ear, it's kind of like a... like that. Okay. So then we want the neck. So the neck itself can be broken up into like two parts, into like two lines, and then like a sort of like a diamond shape like that. No, not really diamond shape. How would I describe that? So maybe something like this. Something with our shoulders. It'd be like large circles. something like that. Then for the main body, we want it to kind of like come across, breaking it down the middle. You have like, so how does so it has like two parts. You have like your upper body, which should be rather straightforward like this. And then you have like your lower body as well for the waist. So we're just gonna use simple shapes like squares and stuff like that to represent it for now. Maybe a little bit higher for this one. So maybe it kind of goes on here. So a square like this, or a rectangle I should say. And then maybe like a... No, we won't worry about that. We'll go for the cylinders next. So these are pretty straight on, so I don't really need much. Kind of like does some cylinders. So they break it down. This person breaks it down into two cylinders, one for the upper arm, one for the lower arm. And then the hand is kind of broken up by just the simplest like lines to kind of trace over it. So it kind of goes up like this, kind of goes out, then inwards like so, and then upwards. So there's that. You have like a sort of like triangle shape here for the other parts of it, and then maybe like a second part here that kind of like connects the waist. Alright, so then we want two big cylinders for the legs, kind of like this. Nice big circle for the knee. You're having it like kind of like seems very imposing, so for this one we'll kind of like have it slightly below, I guess. I want... Nope, not that one. We'll hide the other one first. Just one thing we want to do afterwards is also just remove the reference, so that it kind of hopefully all looks alright without the reference. It should have the same sort of shape if I copied it correctly. Like, this is not something I've really done much before. Like, I've done some tracing of an anatomy, but most of it has been life drawing. So this is going to be like a different way to hopefully get my head around different parts of anatomy and the shapes. Might break down the hands into more simpler shapes as well. Should be the other way around, where this goes over the top. Okay. So we got that. We want the body the leg to kind of come in like this. And then the other cylinder kind of goes like this. And then the feet, which is kind of like how would I draw feet? Let's see, how do these guys break down the feet? It's kind of like a shape, kind of like this, that like a trapeze down here to break down the bottom half, which goes outwards, and then like a sort of maybe a shape like this. Maybe that's how I'll break it down, because I want to use what I've seen as reference, but I also want to try to break it down myself. So if we go with the same logic, if you've got like your trapeze here, and then you have like the sort of ankle bit here, the cylinder kind of comes in, gives us a little bit there, and so does this cylinder. Kind of go like so. Okay, so in theory, if I move, I don't know where this line came from. Must have accidentally added it somehow. Okay, fix that up. So we've got like the head, the legs, and all that. I want to draw some of these lines to help me understand the central lines as well. So I'll draw give them some volume by drawing lines here, and then like a cylinder sort of shape around. It should be the other way around, because no, it should be the same. And then draw a line across. Okay. Cylindrical cylinders as well. I'm not sure if breaking it down like this will help a lot, but I am gonna do it anyway, just to see if it helps me wrap my head around some concepts. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We've broken it down to some simple shapes. Maybe for the head, I might want to do more. Or is that, no, I think that should be enough, because we're just looking at the basic shapes. Alright, let's drag it across and see what it looks like. So yeah, it kind of looks like it's in the pose. So that's a plus. Alright, next one. That's basically all I'm going to be doing. We're going to like remove some of this excess background from it. Oh, we'll remove it later. Okay, so here's the second one. Moving that across. I'm going to save this as anatomy practice. Okay. So I'm not going to post these ones. I might post the gesture practice I do next, but I'm not going to post these, the tracing ones I do. Like, I don't feel like I need to. This is just for practice. So you probably won't see this anywhere else. So we got this. Then you have like your basic chin shape, which kind of can be broken down like so. And you have your ear, which you can't really see. So I do want to include it though. do like a little triangle there. We'll add in some lines for like so, as well as line for the eye. So I guess for this one as well, we'll add in the eye line. So we kind of want it to go like somewhere in the middle of the eye, I guess. I'm not sure. Alright, the neck, we got like a nice little shape here. Bring it down. And you've got like your shoulders. Alright. I guess for the chest we can break it up a little bit. So we have like the basic square shape for the body. She's kind of tilted a little bit, so what we can do is kind of like this, go across. Yes, it's not exactly like this, but something like that is a basic shape. Maybe not that thick. It's not actually. Okay. So this one kind of goes out wider as well. So it's like more like a trapezoid rather than a straight square. You have your line that comes down the center, a line that comes across here. You then want some. How would I draw this? So let's draw like this. Okay, let's undo this first. Let's remove this. Just keep it straight on for this. She is like tilted a little bit, but we'll keep it simple. So the angle kind of gets tilted here, so she's like a little bit more like this angle. Kind of goes, let's go up like there. But then you have like these parts. Kind of goes across. How would I do that better? How do I break that down into better simple shapes? We'll come back to that in a second. For now, we got the sort of hip that goes across. And then a bit of the crotch area. So maybe as here, I'll kind of just like draw rough shapes of this. Let's break this down into cylinders. She's got quite thin arms compared to the dude, but that's okay. Then the hand will kind of be like the thumb, which will be like a square like this, pointed at the end. This one will be kind of like so you kind of see the cylinder comes in through here, and then another cylinder comes in through here. So then you have like the big cylinder one, the knee kind of goes out this way. It comes a little bit more centered here. So so this is just like basic stuff at the moment. I'll probably be able to do more like more shapes and understand the 3D of the direction of the object a little bit better once we get to the more complex gestures. Maybe. We'll see. So today's stream might end up being a little bit longer than usual because I'm doing this sort of thing. And that's okay. I have a little bit more time on my hands today because I managed to start early enough. But I do have things on tonight, which is why I'm doing this in the afternoon instead of in the evening. Okay, so next up we want to do the same thing. Do like a sort of trapeze for the foot. Kind of goes in, then a little like a little diamond shape on the outside. And this one kind of goes forward a bit more. Starts off like that, goes outwards, goes in, then goes underneath, and this one's kind of a little bit more straight. Okay. We give it some volume. We're gonna put this line on the side here to represent that surf a little bit more for front of the arm. So this one wants to be like a, once again, this little sausage bit. Okay. Then little, doesn't need these triangles as much. Alright, if I drag both of these across, they kind of look like the character that they're imitating. So that's a plus. Okay, save it before I forget. Like I was looking at some stuff on the other side to kind of see how they broke down these ones, but I think I'm gonna have to figure out my own way of it. Image this one. So we're gonna move this so that it kind of goes over a little bit. So that they kind of like overlap each other like so. Next one. Copy image. This one has free. So we're actually going to skip this one for now. We're going to do the one afterwards. Copy image. Paste. That is large. Look. Lower opacity. T2. T3. Okay. starting off with a round circle for the head. She's got a pretty long face, I think. So there you go. Can't really see her ear. So if anything, it should be a little bit more to the left here, this circle. Let's try that again. So we want the circle to be like here. Kind of like not including her hair somehow. Maybe a little bit lower. Maybe I'm doing it too high up. Kind of like breaks down this a little bit. Bring it down here. Show the eye level. Neck kind of would go here. Shoulders are here and here. You have like the body, which goes like this, goes down like here. They do like a nice curved sort of thing going on. They're just the same for this half part of the body. So then we have like the bottom part, which kind of will be like this. Maybe something like that. You have like a cylinder, kind of goes here. So the cylinder kind of goes here. And then the second cylinder kind of goes so I probably need to add like an elbow here or something. So a little bit like this, kind of goes before and after. And the hand kind of goes like across, up, thumb goes here. Got an elbow to draw. So we have like the first arm that goes up here, kind of like this part of the elbow. The shoulder can disappear for now because it's not visible. This part goes over. Then you have like your same sort of shape. Then you have a second part here. All right. So leg wise, you got your knee here and your knee here. Kind of comes in. Like that. You have like your shape of feet, which is probably something like this. This goes either side, and then there's like something like that. Okay. Something like this. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Cylinder here. Here, I guess. Something like this. Okay. So then we have like the shoulders going up like that. Let's see how that looks. They kind of had like a extra bit here, so I'll do that. Now let's check it. Kind of. Definitely jank. Alright. So broken that one down. Next one. We'll leave the free pose one for last, I think. Or maybe we won't do it. We'll see. This one has more dynamic. Something a little bit more dynamic. So we're gonna paste this. Move it across. Make it nice and large. G4. Fourth gesture. Alright, so this one I can start to do a little bit more of the squares instead of it being straight on, or like a more three-dimensional shape. So I guess starting off with the head. Head kind of goes like this, but then you have like a, almost like a inverted jawline here. You have your two ears. And then your neck kind of comes down. Kind of comes to a point like. So his neck almost comes like this. There's like a little bit underneath. And then that's the neck. The body itself is a little contorted, so we want to do like a. So for the main body, it kind of goes like this, I think. You'll definitely see more of the side here. So let's start off with the side. It gets curved in like this. The body definitely kind of curving in like this. So it almost curves like that more. Same sort of curve here, but then it kind of goes back here. And you see the curve kind of continue on until it reaches about here, where it ends up being a little bit more straight. So very curved. Okay, so center of the body, kind of like that. Then line across kind of goes like that. That's like your center line. Then it kind of goes across like this. Like that. There's the shape of that. You have like one circular part here, and one circular part behind over here. So that's like where your shoulders are. One of them is probably up here more. One of them has like a cylinder here. You can't really see the other part, so here's the second cylinder. And you can kind of see it go like this. Then his hand, let's break it down a little bit more than we did before. So you have like your basic palm. You have like the inner part of the thumb. It's like a triangle here that then kind of leads into that. You have the thumb itself, which is broken up into multiple parts. You have the hands. There you go. This one wants to be a nice cylinder. Yeah, like a bit of an elbow there, but it's kind of like not shown as much. And then the hand, breaking it down into its simplest forms as well. You got like a part of the wrist. That's another thing I should do. The wrist is its own thing. Then you have the hand itself, which really goes up to here. Seems pretty straightforward for the wrist, but then the fingers themselves. Then the thumb. Okay, so there's that. Next up, this is a little too low, I think. It needs to go up more like here. This is meant to be like all the way up to like the chest, the belly button, instead of being the whole thing. We can erase those. We can erase you. We want to bring back these lines. About halfway of this is about here instead. So we want this to be like so. So then we got a second box here, kind of goes across, then down. So this is again the middle part of the waist. This one's a little bit has quite a lot of foreshortening, I should say. So it's a little bit harder to tell. Down like this. Alright, and then you have like your little triangle. Yeah, so something like that. Then you have your cylinders. So this one is a lot more front on. So we want to draw your knee first, which is about here. Your first cylinder kind of comes in like this. There's like a big semicircle here. Then larger part to play there. And the second one kind of goes down from here. So same sort of logic goes here. Kind of comes in like this. I don't think I drew that knee in the right spot, so maybe it needs to be a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit more there. We can bring this one back a bit. No, we'll leave it like that, where it kind of like overlaps each other a bit. It's fine. So we can see that this cylinder kind of breaks up here. Then you have like the toe kind of goes down like so. have like your bottom piece. I guess it can be broken up like this. And the toe can be broken up like this. No. Let's bring up the opacity so I can see a little bit better what this is meant to look like. So you can kind of see it kind of go across here. You have like a little bit here, and you have like the actual foot kind of come in. I don't know. Feet's hard because it bends. Alright, so we're gonna ignore the rest of that foot because I have no idea how to break that up. We want to draw the knee, which should be somewhere around here. Yeah, it looks like it's right about here. You have like your back cylinder that kind of goes like this. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Your back cylinder, which goes down quite far. Probably comes about here before it starts to break up. Then we have like your foot. So let's break this down a bit more. So you have like a bit here, which represents the toe. You have like a bit here, that probably represents the something like that, I guess. Okay, let's see how that looks without the reference. It looks a little weird. One thing I didn't do is add in this little triangle here to represent where the shoulders go. And this, let's add some depth to this with like some cylinders and stuff. The forefront of the arm is a little bit on this side. Same with this one. This one needs to go. Forefront is definitely on this side, so cylinder ends up like this. And then this one ends up over here. And this one ends up over here. Yeah, there you go. Kind of looks a little bit like it. It's still very rough, but it is something. Alright, to the next one. Go down. We're gonna move. This section across a bit. We're gonna unselect you, and then we have the recent ones. Select this and move it across. There should be a bit of overlap, and I'll be able to fix that later. But the main thing is I'm practicing the gestures. Alright, what's the time? How long have I been spending on this? Nearly an hour? Okay, that's a lot more than I would have liked. We'll do the last two that I have here. We won't do this third one I got. Copy image. I got one more dynamic male and one more dynamic female to go for. That one. And might as well get them in here now. So we're gonna do these two, and then we're gonna do some gesture drawing instead. I can't see her feet for this one, which is a bit of a shame, because that would have been really nice to practice. But oh well. It's still better than nothing. Okay. So breaking down his anatomy, he has like his... Oh. We put this on a new layer. So starting off with his head's a lot simpler. There's like the circular part, and it goes to the back of... So it's nice and circular. If I could draw circles. Something like that. Yes. Something like this. You have like your ear here. His neck kind of comes here and here. You have like your shoulders kind of like line up here, and then the bits of triangle that associates with them there. Maybe not that far. Okay, maybe that far. You have like a... Yeah, not that far. Because it's going to be like... Then you have your chest, which kind of contorts a little bit like so. It almost like... And it comes together like this. So it's like a nice curved look. So that needs to be a little bit more curved. Something like that. You got your like circles here and here. Then they kind of like meet in here. Then your circles kind of like give us nice cylinders to work with. Here's one. This one's going to be easy because it's off in the distance like so. This one kind of wants to go like so. Then it's kind of like you have like your basic shape of the palm, which goes something like this. It's side on, so that's kind of like its shape. Then you have like your thumb, which kind of, using some of the hand tutorial we did yesterday, breaks down a little bit like that. Then your other fingers kind of break down like that. Okay. There we go. Next up we want like this little bottom part of the body. So it kind of goes like this. Going up here and up here. Okay. This wants to be like a triangle here, I guess. That's its belly button, but it's around the center. Okay. So you have like a circular bit here. You want this to kind of come across over here. Then the bottom half kind of be like this. Okay, so breaking down the foot again, you have like we have this part, kind of goes out here and just wants to come up. We have like the ankle, which is like that. Then you have like the heel. Something like that. So once again, breaking down the hood, let's put the cylinder in. A nice circle up here. So the cylinder kind of goes up to here. Then you want to break this up. How do I break this up? You have like a trapezoid like this. And then there you go. Then the second cylinder comes across like this. Okay, now his other arm, can't really see this one, but you do see this one. You see like a nice little cylinder here. And then his hand kind of breaks things up. It's like, once again, draw the wrist. Stuff like this. You want to draw the basic shape of the wrist, or the palm. Add in little parts for the thumb. Add in the little fingies. There you go. And then draw a line for the eyes, eye level. So in theory, now if I grab this and move it across, still kind of looks like it. It goes underneath a little bit. So I think this part is where we can draw a little bit of that cylinder on either side. There you go. Nice. G6, G5. Alright, last one. And then we're gonna try do some gesture drawings after a bit of a break, because I haven't drawn for a bit. So I'll do a quick stretch, walk around a little bit, and drink some water after I do this last one. Okay. So breaking this down, start off with the head. I'm not really sure how to do heads from these like sort of underwards angles. I guess it goes like this, but then you have like a sort of still a chin, but it goes up underneath like so. So there's still like a bit underneath like this, but then it kind of comes up. And then this one kind of wants to go here instead. That there's like the head kind of wraps around like this, and the eye kind of wraps around like this. Then there's like a sort of line that kind of comes underneath here that puts it all under shading, and then your neck, which kind of breaks up into two parts like this. And then you have like your body with kind of curves. So your upper body curves like this. Your middle body, or your lower body, kind of goes around here, around near the waist. Like that. Goes down a bit. Like so. So it kind of gives a nice like curved look here. Then the triangle. Okay, then you have like this part here, so it's like another curve. Then this one is like another curve. Something like this. Drawing the center line. The center line's more like over here. Meaning that this line needs to be more like this, I guess. Something like that, I guess. You have like your two shoulders. One of them will go like this. And then, breaking down the hand again, you have like your wrist, this part. You have like your opposable thumbs go in, and then go up. And then your wrists. And your fingers. Which all kind of do it in weird ways. Okay. The other arm kind of goes backwards here. So it kind of goes like this. Then you have like your wrist, your shape of the, what's it called, part there. You have like your fingers, and I guess I'll do individual fingers for this one. Alright, so your knee kind of goes here and here. Then your cylinders kind of come in. I don't get to try practice the feet for this one, unfortunately, because it's not shown. And there you go. So if we remove this, it should look like, I guess that's where this part comes in. That's like your actual neck, and then your shoulders kind of coming in like so. So I guess it'll look something like that more. There you go. Still very off and weird. But we practiced a little bit of gestures. So we'll put that all into this folder. And we can do some actual gesture drawing in a second. So that was tracing. Let's get that all across. And let's put that in. So that's tracing. And number 2 is gesture drawing. Human gesture. Okay. I'll put that as like a little thing. So I'll be right back. So let's make it bigger. BRB 5 minutes. We're gonna go for a stretch, have some water, maybe grab a quick bite of candy or something. Gesture practice. When I return. Okay. So I'll be right back in 5 minutes. And we're going to do some gesture posing or sketching, drawing. 2-minute ones and 5-minute ones. We're going to keep it quick, simple. Let's see how it goes. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got myself a bit of a drink. Actually, I'll have another sip now while I have it here. Okay. And we're gonna hide this. No, not that one. I'm gonna hide the tracing one. So I'm gonna go through, do a bunch of 2-minute gesture sketches, and what I'll do is I'll bring down the window so that you guys can see it here. And so I can have them next to each other as well. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm trying out this thing, or this website called Line of Action. We'll see how good it is. I feel like I've heard of it before, so I feel like it's probably going to be good. But we'll see. So the plan is... nope. That is not the plan. Bring it back down. It's trying to do silly stuff because of the way I've got my screen set up. Alright. So that should take up about half of the screen. Well, this other half I've got for drawing. Wait, it hides underneath. How do I make it not hide underneath? Ah, man. I have to make this smaller, right? So maybe if I just go drag across this. We'll hide this for now. How's that look? Almost. So that's about half and half. What we want to do is then take this one and make it a little smaller. So still bring it all the way down. Okay, we want this all to fit in. Let me bring up OBS so it's in real time. I was looking at the stream and that's delayed. I had Photoshop open in the background. Alright, that should do. So we only want covered models. We'll do both male and female, teen and adult level. We'll do them all the same length and we'll do 2-minute drawings. And we're gonna basically just smash through these. We got 2 minutes to do each one, and wherever I finish it is where we'll leave it. I'm not going to give myself extra time for each one as we go along. So yeah, let me minimize OBS now. So 2-minute ones. We're going to do this for about... Can I choose how many we do? No. Okay, we'll do about like... Probably let's aim for somewhere between 5 and 10. So that way we got a little bit of various practice. So that'll be like about 20 minutes or so. And then we'll do about like 5 to 10 5-minute ones as well. So I get a little bit more time. So this is going to be the 2-minute ones. Okay. So there we go. Then we hit play. So the idea behind these gesture ones is that we want to be kind of quick about them getting like the basic shapes. I think. Fire up. Maybe I need to just change my brush size. Oh, that's why it's really big. We'll go to about this, like this, bring it back in. Okay, let's do that again. I wonder if it automatically swaps after the minute. We'll find out. So we want to like kind of go for those basic shapes I was drawing earlier. Something like this. Have like a cylinder for the leg. Knee. Kind of goes to the back here. You have like a bit of that like for the foot. For the foot. Other leg comes out here. that. Want this one to be a little bit more like this. Got the arm gonna come across here. The hand. And then a spear. Finished. Alright, next one. So we got like a nice curve like so. Let's move it across a bit. So we want sort of the head kind of be here, start things off. Kind of like going downwards. You have like your neck coming down. You have like the body. The top part is sort of curved middle part, and then this. So we do want it to kind of be like, it's not quite right. Whatever. We want to add the little chest as an area. I need to lower the density of my pencil after this one. As soon as it changes, we'll do a quick pause so I can change that. Oh, it's auto-saving. That doesn't help for these 2-minute ones. So we want to bring that down. I'll bring a big cylinder here. You have like your knee show up here. Give him some shape. This is kind of how we should be doing it quicker. Alright, pause this. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely not the right... Wow, these suck. But that's fine. That's the whole point of this. So let's make this smaller first. Bring them up. I'm gonna change some of my brush settings first. So I want to make it smaller again. We'll go about 30 or maybe 25. We're gonna bring the density down so I have a little bit more control over it. We'll zoom in. Hide this. And we'll go about this size. So this is my entire canvas size. Alright. Alright, so straightforward. Nice little head. Kind of like so. Kind of comes across. It's just like a square, which you can't really see. 2 shoulders. Neck kind of comes down like so. Arms come in, so let's draw the little legs first. So there's knee here, kind of comes in like this, cylinder. So it should actually be a little bit closer, like to something like this. Focusing too much on trying to make it perfect. Leg kind of crosses over, so this leg goes over here, and this leg goes over here. I think I need to make the brush a little bit bigger because it feels a little bit too small at the moment. Second foot back here. Arms kind of come in. So, like so. Crosses over. What was that? Alright. What we want to do now is change my brush settings again. So make it a little bit bigger. 30? 40. 30 should be fine, right? No, we'll go 40. So it's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker. Alright. Next sketch. Hit play. Shoot, it's auto saving. What was that? Gotta save it. Alright. Alright. What is going on with my Clip Studio? Okay. Now it's doing the right thing. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is so it's like 7 seconds, so I'll give myself a little bit of extra time at the end. We'll do it now. So we'll just draw the head, give him a little bit of this. That's about 7 seconds. She is she's got more volume to her than the other ones, so it's kind of like we have like something like this. Chest kind of goes like this. Her waist kind of goes a little bit wider. Had to add that extra volume to her. Then you've got like her knee that comes up. Don't need any of this. Yikes. I didn't move it across enough. Let's grab you. Move it across. Okay. Because I had this hit it and I was like, why do I have so little space? Alright, so keep going. Want the rest of the gesture. Give myself a couple of extra seconds here because I would kind of had to take a second to pause and move things around. Alright, resume. So we kind of won't have this sort of cylinder going on. And then like it comes back around here across like her other leg. So we can draw the other leg first. Finally comes across here. Get like your knee going down. I've drawn this way too large. That's okay. We'll do it like that. We want to draw her neck, kind of connects here, like so. Draw a little line here. She's got thin arms, so or not super thick arms. So there you go. What was that? Drag myself across. Give myself enough room. Oh wow, this is gonna be a... What is this pose? This is really cool. But man, am I gonna struggle to draw that. Alright. Hit play? Yeah, hit play. Alright, so let's get the flow of it. So you got that. You got like your head down here. The chin kind of comes up to about here. You've got like your leg that kind of comes out. So let's do that first. So then you have like your should have do stuff like this. What comes out like so. You have like your other leg that comes here, so the crotch area kind of like gets like this. Then you have like your big foot kind of goes behind, does like this sort of shape. And then you have like your arm that kind of goes here, goes across here. This part should also kind of be like across a bit more. 15 seconds, yikes. Alright. It kind of goes across. You have like this part, your hand kind of comes down. Ah, shoot. Okay. Pause as I get to the next section. Man, I'm struggling with these. Like, these are really cool, but probably a little bit too dynamic for this case of 2 minutes sketching for me. But I'll keep going. I'll fill up this page. We'll do another 5 more. And then afterwards we're gonna do the 5-minute ones. But we'll probably only do like 4 or 5 of those ones instead of the full. So like if I'm spending about 20 minutes, 30 minutes in this, then another 20, 30 minutes of 5-minute ones should do. Okay. So you got like a nice like long line like this, which kind of goes up. Your body kind of comes in, and you've got like your legs there. So let's kind of get the rough shape of your body, which is something like this. You have like your sort of like this. Then you have like your sort of a crotch area here. And then you have like your head kind of come up back here. So it kind of goes like your neck comes down. You got your like touch like this. You got like an arm kind of goes across. Smaller. Your hand kind of comes out like this with a little bit of a thumb here. You have like your knees here, so it kind of like is like one giant part here, which comes down here, creating like this sort of. This one's a little bit prominent. More prominent comes up here. Then before coming down, the two of them in my wallet, I'll grab it in a sec. I'll have to quickly do something after this. So arm kind of comes up. There we go. So that's a little bit better. You have like your lines there. Pause this. Alright, be right back real quick. Okay, that's a little bit better. I still take too long focusing on some details. Give me a second, be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, got a new pose. Oh man, why is it always? It's maybe the name of the website should have been a giveaway. It's called Line of Action, so of course it's like a bunch of like really dynamic poses. That's fine. But maybe I should have tried to find something that had a little bit more basic poses since I'm trying to like learn some fundamentals or whatever. Okay, so these ones are... I'm getting faster at it as for each one as we go along. I think I got like 3 more or so. I'm still very slow though. I keep focusing on tiny details. So there you go. Those arms are quite large. Like she has the flappy clothing, so I should have made her arms smaller. Because it just doesn't go out that far. But it's fine. You have like your little kick she's got going on. So this is like the cylinder should go kind of like up here, I guess. So in the second cylinder, it goes all the way like to her head, so something like this, which then results in like a little kick. How does one draw a foot in this angle? Okay, that doesn't quite look right, but whatever. We gotta just move on. We got like 30 seconds to get her other leg down, which should kind of like go down like this. And the point. Okay, that's a little bit better. I gotta do more like that, where I just do quick like lines. Alright, next one. Pause as I move things across. Alright. Resume. Ah, come on. I hate that like when you're tabbed out, it kind of screws you up a little bit. The tablet and the zoom function. Okay, so she's got her head like this. It's a little tilted, so the head should oh? Hang on, let me pause the timer. It changed my color to white for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna give myself about like 10 seconds because of that. Okay, so something like this. She has like her cheek come here, but instead of underneath, it's like you kind of see underneath her chin a bit. Okay, well, that's about 10 seconds. That was not very well spent time. She's got like her neck coming down here. Kind of comes like this. She has like her chest kind of. She's got like a big body, so she kind of goes across like this. I like this. Something like this. A little bit further down for the second part, and then she'll like that's her. The next part is her like dress. So I've got a feeling it will go more like this. So something like this, I guess. So she's got like one leg that kind of goes down here. The other leg that kind of follows suit. Her 2 knees going down. She's got like one arm going across here. And then it comes down to her waist here, where she's got it like on her shoulders. And then so I gotta like draw the center line here so it looks a little bit less jank, I guess. So then it kind of comes across like more like this, where it's I didn't finish. All right, I'm gonna give myself a couple seconds because that one's kind of screwed me up. I don't even remember now. So we're gonna just leave it like that. That is not very good. Yikes. All right, moving on to the next one. Resume. All right, so got like her chest kind of goes quite pose like this. Kind of breaks down like here. You got like her shoulder here. Then it kind of breaks down to like a second area here, which kind of then goes into her waist, which then results in like one leg kind of going down and following it. Let's grab you, move it across. So grabbing the cylinder, kind of goes up to about here before the second part comes in. Goes up to about there before her foot comes up, down, and is almost flat and pointed like so. I don't know how to make this convincing. Maybe like this. Too much time on that foot, whatever. Goes across about the same length and thickness. Then it comes down like so to kind of like touch the ground here. Autosave, pause this while it autosaves. Do a manual save. Alright, resume. She has got like a bit of a chest going on, so add that in for both sides. Her head is up here, kind of like goes like this. Add the neck, hands go across here, then up here. She's reaching out to something. Ah, far up. Ran out of time. Pause that. I'm gonna finish this hand. No, not really. Just gonna add that. Erase these little parts in between. Those too thick here anyway. Alright. Ran out of time to finish that hand. Whatever. Okay. And this is the last one, so I'll do in this little corner bit here, because this should fit. Start. Time here, goes across here, comes down here, curved, sort of rectangle, goes like this. Then you have like your long leg here and your leg down. I ran out of space, that's okay. Goes across more. From here, she's got one. So she's got her chest that kind of comes across here. Then she has like an arm that goes here, comes down. I gotta pay attention more to the timer as well as I do these sketches, so I know how much time I got left. Hand, kind of wrist, and then hand. So hand kind of comes across like this, or the opposable thumb comes like that. Now she's leaning against something, so she's got like her arm down here, and then it's leaning against a big table of sorts. She has her head up here. This can kind of come across over here more. Goes across. That's the head needs to go higher up. It's just a part of the neck. Head is higher, but then the chin kind of comes down. Bigger head. Head's too small for the body. Kind of looking downwards, so then we have a little bit of time to actually add in like some of these lines. Alright, pause this. So we're gonna skip that one that just showed up, and we're gonna choose a new one in a second. Well, let's zoom out and see how these look. So these are my 2-minute gestures. So let's expand this one first so we can see the whole thing. And re-expand this one so that way it fits back in frame. Okay. So looking at it, the first one was alright. Second one was a little bit, the legs kind of janked. I started running out of time for certain ones and didn't quite get all the poses I wanted to do. This one looks probably a lot nicer in terms of the angle and everything, but I didn't leave enough time to do the rest. So overall, they're really quick and really messy. You kind of get some of the poses and gestures from them, but the proportions are definitely off for quite a lot of them. So that's something I need to improve on. Alright, time for 5-minute gestures. So I'm going to give myself another 5-minute break. 5-minute gestures. One second, I got another text. Alright, I'm gonna stretch. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Let me get my brush, make it big. BRB, 5 minutes. So I'll stretch. I gotta check this thing that I just got talked about. But yeah, then I'm gonna go do a 5-minute gestures for about like 4 or 5 of them. So we will probably go for like 20-30 minutes of that. Alright, and then we'll call the stream there, because it is getting a little late. So by the time we finish, it'll be like 5:30 or something, giving me enough time to do some stuff before dinner. Alright, be right back. Stretching and drinking water. Alright, I'm back. Oh man. Oh, the stretch feels good, but man, my body feels stiff. I went to the gym this morning and I feel like some of it is still a little bit bleh. Like, I feel like I should have used my massage gun before that. But, oh, let me make a note as well. I need to, what's it called? Oh shoot, brain work. I need to do my laundry after the stream. That's what I was gonna say. Alright, let's get rid of this. So we got 5-minute gestures. Back to this size. Bring this back down. Hide this again. Okay. Save this. So we're gonna do the same thing, except we got a little bit more time on our hands this time, which makes it a little bit easier. And we're not gonna do this first one, as cool as it is, but we're gonna skip to the next one. And same thing. Cool. Alright. So we need to go back. So stop this. Yep. Yeah, we want to go same thing. I had to stop anyway because I needed to swap to 5 minutes. So we weren't gonna be able to do that one anyway. Alright. Pause. Let it load. Let me stretch. Hey. The lighting on this one's not super great, but you know, we'll work with it. And let's start. So we got a little bit more time here, so I don't have to feel as rushed as before, but I definitely don't want to take it slow. Because if I take it too slow, I know I'm just gonna, what's it called, spend too much time and run out of time again. So we wanted to cross a little bit, so about here-ish. So you have like your upper body that kind of goes across like this. This might be too slow of a pace already. So we want it to kind of go like that. You have a little bit on the side here that you can see. And we're kind of looking like a little bit like this. From there, you have like your lower body that kind of changes the angle, comes down like this. And then it kind of has a shape like this. So from there, we want this part here is like a cylinder that kind of comes down. We'll do the head last. So we have like a knee here, but this comes in, and then this other side has another knee that comes about here. So it goes in like this and out. This knee's probably higher, something like that. So kind of the same logic. Kind of comes in, kind of breaks this part here. This one could probably be lowered in, something like that. Okay, and then this one kind of comes in here. You have like the back of the foot here, so it comes down, and then the other back of the foot kind of covers it a bit. Can't really see it that well, but the idea is that they're leaning on a thing. I've still got 2.5 minutes, so yeah, I'm using the time somewhat okay. This one probably doesn't need to be quite like that. Then it kind of comes next, in a way. Circle, circle. So kind of like it goes up a bit for the neck, which you don't see, because the head then kind of covers it here, as they kind of should still be circular because it is cylindrical, but then it kind of comes around this way. It is not quite. There we go. So what we want to do then is change the perspective. So it kind of goes up like this and then comes across like this. So the head is literally on top. So that's the perspective we want. And then the eyes would kind of be like this. So yeah, that kind of works, something like that. So we got a middle left. I spent a little bit too much time on that one. And so we got like the arm, not like that. Kind of a little bit more like this. And it comes like this. So we have it kind of come here. You have it like kind of foreshortened quite a bit as the hand then kind of comes across, and then the thumb. This hand is massive, way too big. But then the fingers kind of spray across here. So we can make that a little bit smaller. 30 seconds left, gotta draw the other arm. Kind of comes across here. And then comes down here. The wrist. The palm. Wrist. Palm. Then the fingers kind of come across like so, and the thumb. Shoot, that doesn't quite look right. There you go. Alright, pause that, move it across. That's kind of jank, honestly, but whatever. I feel like that was a tough pose, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of excuse on that one. This one seems slightly easier. Not exactly easy, but easier a little bit because it's not such a... Alright. Alright, so I didn't actually grab any references earlier when I was practicing tracing from this side. So this is gonna be good. So you have like the body in a shape like this. Kind of comes across down. We'll separate it like so. Something like this. You have like your middle part that kind of goes like so, and then your back part that kind of goes like this. Okay, so that's breaking it down into the simple shapes. You can then add bits and pieces here and there. Honestly, I shouldn't have worried about that part yet. We want the neck, so the neck kind of comes up, kind of follows through here as well. Then the head kind of sits up here, which bring that down. I feel like this needs to be a little bit lower, like this, and then the head should be a little bit somewhere here. Forward like this, has like a little bit here, bring it outwards, add that back a little bit. You have like a little bit here as well. Should go like this. I'm not sure how the neck would fit on this side, but you know, we'll keep it like this. I feel like this is too wide now. Should be a little bit more like this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Need the legs. Spent too much time on the body. So one hand kind of literally comes up here, which we'll do later. The shoulder is in the back side. First part comes down to just about here-ish. So like that. The second part comes down a little bit further to about there. So that should be a little bit thicker. And come down, get about halfway. Comes down like that. The shoulder is a little bit lower than it should be, a little higher than it should be because it's lowered. Shouldn't have erased those lines, or whatever. Keep going, running out of time. You have like a cylinder, then like the foot kind of gets crushed a bit underneath this, so it kind of stays safe, straight. You have the foot that kind of goes up and down, and it kind of goes like this, and then the back part of the sole. Then this hand, how much time I have? A minute. Alright, kind of spreads. Should go forward a bit more instead of there. Kind of spreads like this, and then you have like one finger that goes out, then the rest of them kind of stay dead. Then the thumb kind of goes like this. Spent too much time on that thumb. Alright, the other leg kind of comes in, so you've got like a bit here, then kind of comes down here, out to the same area as this. Should be a little bit longer. Still probably should be a little bit longer. Then the other leg kind of comes here. Then the other foot kind of comes back here. Alright. Then her other hand comes up, which I don't have room for. this one then can be a little bit more plump. Here. And there you go. Pause. Yeah, that's nicer. Okay. Save. Stretch a little bit. Give myself like 10-20 second break in between each one instead of just jumping in between them, I think. Ugh, okay. Alright, let's do it. So this one seems a little bit more straightforward in terms of like size and pose. So we want it to be a little bit like this. We have sort of triangle here. A little middle part for the corset or the outer waist. And a little bit of a wider area here. Which one? I might have made some parts of this a little bit too big, but have like a small amount here, a little bit here, kind of. For the chest, which means that the shoulders kind of go up here, just above that. Which also means that the neck kind of comes here, which then breaks down like so. The head is tilted to the left in this one again, or right I should say. So you got like your head that's kind of facing this direction. Not exactly this direction, but mostly this direction, as it kind of comes in. A little bit like this, and a little bit like this. Not gonna worry about the hat. But then she's got quite a long body. I've drawn this a little bit too long, I think.